All right, Margaret and Hubbell, Fish to the Coast, Pro RX Division, first workout. Monitors at 0, monitors connected to waterproof, and then I'll show the box. Pro Games box, standard. It's actually more than 20 inches. It's 20 and a quarter. Thanks, Rob. You can see there. Make sure it's awake.
By event, and the first one, let me see, I gotta find it here. Last time I tried to be all fancy and put all the workouts that was, in the studio, and you guys couldn't read it, you were too small, so I had to do a little bit different. But here we go, event 1, open season. There it is. It's a lot.
Can you make it bigger?
That's what she said. Open season, round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4, round 5, 25/20 toes to bar on a 2-inch bar, 100 double unders, and then a descending front squats, starting at 225, 165, ending at 305, 205. These are in order, correct?
Yep, they're in order. So this is the first workout everyone will do on Friday morning for most people, early afternoon for some of the later heats. And I remember we did the online qualifier show, I hinted several times that this prove that you can lift the weight when you're tired with the double unders, the rope climbs, and the squat cleans, that I don't always use the qualifier as screening, but I thought for this workout specifically, especially the version Jason and Brooke did, which was with squat cleans, road pro double unders, and regular toes to bar, I knew that the people that did this workout on site needed to be able to separate on the front squat. It's the most important movement. They're all relevant, right? 125 or 100 toes to bar, 500 double unders. There's a lot of other fitness involved, but at the end of the day, it's who can hold on to the bar, because every time you drop it, that's a clean penalty, essentially, to get it back to the front rack. So I needed to know in that squat clean workout that at least the people that were going to come were able to handle that weight in that same position. And now, if they can go unbroken, they will.
Dude, so the 2-inch toes to bar, that's easy to overlook. How much,
What are the dimensions of a regular toes bar?
Yeah.
A regular pull-up bar is just an inch. So this is not anywhere close to even a yoke upright. It will make the workout a little more interesting, but I don't think it's going to determine any of the outcomes. It's just kind of slid in there, kind of like the trapeze bar was a couple years ago in the 100 shipper. I don't want something like that to really take over the whole event. And this workout will come down to the 35 squats and how fast you can get through them. There's a lot of strategy. This is going to be like an open workout. Obviously, this is very 16.2, 19.2-esque with the rep scheme. The double unders are double. Toes to bar are the same. And then instead of going, 15, 13, 11, 9, 7, I decreased that a little bit because I wanted all the squats to matter. I really didn't want to start at like 135 or 185, where it was just like, okay, cool, who's going to go unbroken on the toes to bar and the double unders for the first couple rounds and try to get a little bit of a lead on some of the stronger athletes. This needed to be the heavy barbell workout, the heavy squat workout, so I didn't want to take too much away from that.
And this will be the Wednesday night workout for me and Tyler.
I thought you were doing them all at once.
There are no gates like in 16.2 and 19.2. Everyone's going to get the full 20-minute cap. But I think the fastest people are going to be able to go sub 3-minute average rounds. So you're looking at mid-teens for the fastest.
Okay. I was going to say, but so the 20-minute cap is like, you're doing this. You're going to have to stare at that 305. How many guys are not?
I don't think there's going to be very many that aren't able to handle it. The question's going to be, is it 3 squat cleans or is it 1 plus 2? You know what I mean? I just don't know for sure. Yeah. The first workout of the weekend, though, I wanted people to be able to do this fresh because there's a lot of other workouts that are going to beat them up, and honestly, this is not one of them. I don't think.
Dude, it's a little rude of you to put this. Well, I guess it's not that much volume of squats. It's heavy, but
There's more volume squatting to come. This is just a heavy.
It's only 35 squats, Tyler. This
I'm
is
wondering how sore you're going to get from.
it's a warm up.
It's only going to make you sore in the place where event 2 is going to test you, I think.
Good segue.
Yeah, I would think
You already probably.
I would think midline more than anything as far as what
Killer
you
segue.
would feel.
Yeah, shoulders can't be overlooked here. The front squat, the double unders, and the toes bar.
It's not any shoulders.
Okay, next workout.
All right. That's why I tried to give you the segue when I did, Spade.
Yeah.
Just creeping into unknown territory there.
Event number 2.
This will be a Thursday morning workout for me and Tyler.
This one is the G unit.
I'm making sure he doesn't back out, JR. Like he tends to back out on these things.
I'm sure there'll be plenty of people hanging out that will work out with you if you need it.
If anything, I want to do the first one in the evening because doing that in the morning is a no-go for me.
G unit right there. 4 rounds per time, 7/6 ring muscle ups, a 30-foot P-bar traverse. You're going down and back 5 times, 21 GHD sit-ups, and another 30-foot P-bar. Time cap 12.
This one looks a little shoulder heavy. Is it just me?
No, it's not.
It's midline, brother.
So this workout is similar to a workout Jason and Brooke did for their training camp, but it actually had bar muscle ups and ring muscle ups in the same workout with P-bar traverse, so it was very, very redundant in the movement patterns. It was an awesome race when they did it. They were within like 20 seconds of each other. Obviously doing bar muscle up and ring muscle up is pretty difficult at Crash unless we use the trapeze bar, which we're not going to for this workout. So if you can visualize the rig, the P-bars are mounted in the rig. The rings will be on one side, the GHD machine will be on the other, and a lot like the syndicate workout with the handstand walk obstacle that went back and forth, and that was kind of your transition. This is the same format, and it's actually how they did the original workout at the camp too. So this is very, very midline limiting. Friday does have some hanging, it does have squatting, it does have some pressing. There is some interference here with the P-bar traverse and the muscle up. But ultimately, I do think, and this is from me doing it, from testing athletes doing it, it may come down to just midline integrity for sure. The P-bar, especially if people don't train it in Metcons, and I don't think many people are training this movement in workouts unless they're getting close to the CrossFit Games. It is a very different stimulus. I think the best ring muscle up athletes, especially on the female side, are already at a huge advantage. There is one less per round, so 28 and 24, but these are very, very dense. So the first 7 and 6 are gimmies, they're just kind of a gift, and then after that, there's gonna be a lot of interference for the other 3 rounds. Fastest times, I think will be sub 8, but I think a lot of people are gonna end up in that 9 to 11 minute range. Remember, the workouts are exactly the same for the Masters division as the individuals.
That's gonna rip some old folks up.
Yeah. And one thing about the P-bar traverse, it is just 5 trips. So the P-bars are 6 feet long, so they'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get on the GHD, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get back to the ring. So not a down and back is one, it's just 1 trip is one.
Do you think people will do a turnaround?
They are not allowed to pirouette, and they are not allowed to go backwards.
Okay.
And I don't think it would help at all to stay. It would actually make it a lot harder if it did that.
I love the P-bar traverse.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only been done, in your games once, your competition twice.
It was in the games twice, right?
It was in the games twice.
Yeah, they did.
Elizabeth, the elevated was the first time we saw it, and then I want to say there was one other time.
It was in 23, remember Roman was double underage and
With the hand over hand pull. And that year they did mandate the half pirouette. So yeah, I mean, it's a cool implement. I know a lot of people were wondering if I would use it. We did it for Crescendo 2 years ago for the teams, and it worked out well. They have them on road. I don't know how often they sell them. Maybe they're about to sell a few tonight. But yeah, it's a really unique workout and a unique stimulus. If you're able to set it up and do it, I think it's a huge advantage. But even doing it with boxes or with barbells, I think you can still get a similar stimulus out of it.
Yeah, this is a cool workout. I really like this.
You're gonna destroy me.
Yeah, very basic, and also too, just good to take note, G unit, obviously gymnastics, so it's GGG, so there's no weightlifting in this.
I assume the line will be on the GHD machines.
Oh yeah, take one on the GHD, and actually that's a good segue into, at about 8:30 tonight, all the athletes will get an athlete packet. It will have all of the workouts and then flow, scoring, and movement standards for every single workout. So you'll have that tonight, and you're responsible for managing it.
2 weeks ahead. Tyler, you have any other comments on this one before we move on?
No.
All right, event 3 going into Saturday. Hindsight 30/20. Let's see. There it is. This one's another long one.
In intervals.
Yeah. So 4 times the first 6 minutes. 20/16 calorie row. 30 burpees over a block, 12 inches. 20 overhead squats at 100/70.
Barbell, yep.
I do better when you do better. You do better when I do better. Better as one, yeah, better together. 'Cause I do better when you do better. Stand up to, yeah, warrior stance.
Spark something beautiful.
Keep hitting
Kate Spade. Barilla. Tastes like family since forever.
Palace is a global leader in cybersecurity, securing what matters most.
Life is more legal than you think, and LegalZoom is here to help. Whether it's registering a business, starting a will or trust, or staying on top of your business licenses. When you need a legal hand, turn to LegalZoom.
I like it. Yeah.
30/24 cal biker. Then we'll go into minutes 6 through 14. We're going to do the same 4 movements. We're going to add 20 box clears at 30/24. And then at 14 to 24 minutes, we're going to do all previous 5 movements and add in 30 pill squats at 100/70. Score is the total time in all 3 of those intervals.
Q7. What's box clears?
Just to clarify, JR, so if somebody finishes that first part in 4 minutes, they have 2 minutes to rest. And then they start all over again and say they finish the next one at minute 12. They have 2 minutes to rest, and then they start it all over again. And then you just take your 3 different scores for one total score.
Correct. So you start out with a 6-minute interval, and you get 1 movement and 2 minutes added to the next intervals. So let's say your finishing times were 4, 6, and 8. Then your total time would be 18 minutes.
And I know like this looks like very doable. Like if you just like words on paper, oh, I can do that. This workout is disgusting. I think this will be the most pain in a workout they feel all weekend. And maybe I'm wrong, but pushing this at the paces that you're going to have to push it, and then you have to repeat it. The second set of box clears, so and for Savon, that just means you have to jump over the whole box.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, you're welcome. Stephen Tackett, I won't stand for this blasphemy, okay? I am more athletic than any athlete you've ever trained, okay? So I don't care for this. You say something like that again, you're gonna get wrenched up real
Can
quick.
you do it repeatedly?
Real quick. Now listen, I might be out of breath and I have to take a breather. But
I actually,
anyway, the second set of box clears I think are gonna be devastating.
Yeah, so just some history on this workout. This is based on the 2011 finale, which was a AMRAP and then another AMRAP and then for time. Jason and Brooke did a workout that was by far the most painful workout I saw them do in the 3-week training camp. It was a 3-minute AMRAP, rest a minute, 5-minute AMRAP, rest a minute, and then do it for time. Wadapalooza did something similar with the one that they had to adjust because of the rain, and they had to change a lot about the workout, but it ended with 100-pound dumbbell snatches. Taylor did it live at Charlotte. It was pretty cool. I don't know if you guys remember that, but this format is based on that 2011 games finale. I think in a workout like this specifically, AMRAP could be okay, just with a few extra calories on the bike or a few extra box clears or whatever. But from a scoring standpoint, me and Tyler talked, and it's going to be a lot cleaner and a lot easier, especially in the event of a time cap, which could happen. I don't think it's going to happen very much, but it could happen. We're able to allocate seconds per rep from the first heat on, and it makes it really easy to adjust times for anyone that gets time capped. So if someone were to get time capped, their workout is not over. Their next interval just starts when it's supposed to start, and they stop.
Real slow.
let's say that they're at 22 calories on the bike and they have 2 more to go. They'll stop at 6 minutes. They'll go back to the row and they'll restart again. So they So the times here I think are really good as far as the intervals go. Like you guys mentioned, the pace that you're going to have to be willing to work at from round 1 on is aggressive, but it's not at all a sprint. I think most of the athletes will be able to go about 90 seconds on the burpee, 90 seconds on the bike, and then if you go a minute on the row and the overhead squat, which is to me very generous, then you have 5 minutes right there. So I don't think this is crazy aggressive. I think some athletes will strategize it a little differently and think, hey, I'm really going to try to make my move on the last round, and there may be some that are like, hey, I'm going to rip the first one and just try to get a little bit of a cushion. That way, if I slow down a little on the next 2, my total time is still really good. So it'll be cool. I think this layout too is the best of the weekend. These guys have seen the drawings, but the layout on the floor is going to look awesome, and you'll be able to see the athletes race. Everything will be pretty close together. There'll be a little bit of a progression where they'll do 10 overhead squats, walk 2 feet, 10 more. They'll do the same thing with the pill squats at the end of the workout. So if they want to hold on to all 30, they'll be able to do that. And also, Wilson is going to come down, and well, now Ohio's moved. He is the Concept 2 guy. We're going to connect all the bikers. So if you're watching on the live stream, or if you have a link and you're watching on your phone there at the competition, you'll be able to see all 6 athletes' cal per hour paces, and you'll get to see them move through. Because they do the bike 3 times and they end the first one on the bike, I think it would be really good from a storytelling standpoint not to just wait for a hand to go in the air for 5 more cows to go. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Here's Jesus Castillejo. $1.99. We did that today. Is that
yeah, it was a really like a similar. We did like a partner version kind of this workout today, knowing that these were going to come out tonight, and they did a good job executing it. I think everyone now knows what it's going to feel like. At the end of the day, this is the base capacity, what's your engine like, and it's a leg stamina test. It's not anything else. Anyone who thinks it's anything else is incorrect. It's got 2 machines in it. I think the bike is going to be pretty relevant for a lot of athletes, but I think for most athletes, it may just be a burpee workout. Those 90 burpees might be the difference maker. Lots of squatting, right? There's still 90 squats total, so they do matter, and the legs will burn. For some athletes, those clears may be it. Something worth noting, the box clears are using the stackable Rogue plyo boxes. So the depth is a lot more than a regular wooden box. They will not be on wooden boxes. Each athlete will have 2 plyo boxes pushed together, So your feet won't be able to go around the outside of it or anything like that. It's a true jump all the way over. And coming off that bike, it's not going to be easy for a lot of athletes.
So what's the depth on the jump?
You can look up the specs, but I think it's 20. I want to say it's 26 inches.
Okay.
We can look it up on Rogue. It's the stackable. If you just punch in foam, they'll come up.
I tested this workout for JR. It was unrequested,
I remember asking JR, hey, do you need me to test any of the workouts? Because I did the year previous. And he goes, well, Jason tested them, so, I think it's probably okay. And I was like, okay, that sounds good.
Anybody at home, I would urge you to do this workout. It's really, it's crazy interesting. It's really fun. Those box jump overs or the box clears are, it's a whole different game. Oh, 28. So that.
Yeah. So if you think about a wooden plyo box, I'm pretty sure if you were jumping over the 30, that would be the 20-inch side that you were jumping over, right? So I mean, this is substantial. Yeah. I mean, it's some people be taking running starts, and that's okay. But I do think, again, it's all legs and lungs. The whole workout is legs and lungs, and this will only add to it and maybe just make you wait a second before you pick up the pill at the end.
John will just rebound it 20 back and forth.
I'm interested to see how fast.
I bet I could rebound in like 10.
I think people will do this movement in about a minute.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that are maybe taller or just a little springier. A lot of athletes like someone you could just think of like someone like
Vellner, Panchik.
Sure, Guy, like anyone that's just really, really switchy, really plyometric. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.